My name is Ben Shell, and I work for Women's World Banking. So Women's World Banking is a network of 40 microfinance institutions in 28 developing countries. And we really work in partnership with our microfinance partners to develop new products, to work on organizational strategy, to do market research and improve marketing, to formalize and to access capital markets. We did a lot of, in the research phase, we did secondary research in terms of finding out the context that we were operating in the countries where we were. We did internal research within the banks to look at how their savings portfolio and how their retail savings customers were using the bank. And so sort of like, what is the baseline for the bank? Where are they coming from? And where are their customers coming from? We did market research, which was really important, on the clients themselves to see what did they think of existing offerings, because there are in both places, in both countries, there are children's accounts. What did they think of them, both parents and girls, and what did they think of sort of potential prototypes of what we had designed based on our experience. And we also did industry research. So industry research is both internationally, what is being offered and what can we learn from what's being done already, and also within the countries, what kinds of organizations are there that we can partner with, especially to deliver financial education, and who are some experts in the field that can really help us reach these girls in an effective way. We were a little bit worried about how girls would actually access the services in terms of doing it in a cost-effective way. So you can always pay for buses to go pick up girls and bring them to the branch or something like that in the extreme end, but the banks never do that because it's just too expensive. So how are they going to access the services in a way that worked for them and in a way that worked for the bank? And so what we've discovered through looking at other programs and also through market research is that you have to go to where the girls are. And they are in schools in both countries. Even poor girls are in school. So there's a small segment of very poor girls that are not, but most of them are. We thought maybe that girls were going to need really separate products and services, but so far what we found is that small modifications to products and services that are relevant for adults have worked in Mongolia. I think they want a range of types of products, but the biggest thing is that they're not going to have large balances in there, and so you can't hit them with fees that you would maybe be able to get away with adults. So they really need a low barrier to entry to even open the product in the first place. So I think that is the biggest thing. We use focus group discussions and individual interviews with girls and parents. And we separated the girls by age and by income level. So we had working girls and girls in sort of more middle-class schools and girls in lower income areas from schools. And then parents were the same. And we had girls who were 7 to 13 and 14 to 18 and 19 to 24 in the research. They need to be touching things and playing with things to get the concepts that you're trying to convey to them and then have them comment on. So you can't just have a 5-minute sort of monologue and then ask for their comment on it, on this idea. So you need to use like games and physical materials to really have them understand it. I think the second thing is that they're not all comfortable with talking. So you have to give them multiple modes of expressing themselves, whether through drawing, really through drawing. And sometimes you have to be patient with them and let them whisper things to their friends who can then say it for someone else, and just really give them chances to express themselves in different ways. The other thing is, I think, like I said before, the segmentation has to be a lot tighter than with adults maybe, because the girls are changing so much in these formative years between 7 and 24 that you can't just do a focus group of 7 to 24-year-olds or even of 7 to 15-year-olds. There's just so much difference within those age ranges. So I think that's what's unique about doing market research with girls. And they really want marketing They want materials to be designed and messages and communications to be designed for them in a way that is unique to them. So they want to know that this product is not for boys and it's not for adults, it's for girls. Can a microfinance bank, with its dual mission of social and profit, can they implement a program which, and cost effectively, a program that they see as a long-term program for their institution, a strategic program? Can they do that in a way that changes the habits of girls around savings? So the idea is to get them to be more comfortable with banks and to develop a relationship with the bank, but really to get them to start a habit that then they have for the rest of their life of saving money and controlling spending. Basically getting the incentives right, making it cost effective, but also effective. So that's one challenge. The other challenge is making it work within the branch structure, which is something I just cited about HMB. We have very ambitious targets for reaching a lot of girls. So how do we do that within this branch structure, and how does the branch support that? Because they really need to play a very, very integral role in managing the relationships with the schools, in supervising the financial education, and in supervising the direct marketing activities that happen, that they both do and that the girls, the student bankers in the schools do.